It's the meat event, and it happens to be the meatlock as well. You see the text. Shout out to our latest subs, first of all, though. Backstage Tattoo, Pablo Iniguez, Stever2747, and obviously Tyshawn Allen. Appreciate you guys clicking on another absolute meatlock in this one. And we're trying to get back on track. There was the tarantula debacle of last week where a split decision loss ruined the meatlock streak, but nonetheless, a 78th meatlock is in the works in this one when the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm, takes her record up against Mayra Buena Silva, who, to her credit, is riding a nice 3-fight win streak. And throughout that win streak, she's picked up a fight of the night and a performance of the night. But if we really inspect the women that she's been beating recently, I mean, Wu Yunan, Stephanie Egger, and most recently the elbow queen, Lena Landsberg. And no disrespect to any of those women, but none of them are near the level of Holly Holm. And Holly Holm is one of those fighters who rarely would we see, the 41-year-old fighter versus the 31-year-old. Usually the 31-year-old is going to be the meatlock, but in a situation like Holly Holm, where she's always just been levels above the rest of the women in her division, besides Amanda Nunes, it's just very difficult to pick against her. And I almost view Holly Holm's recent streak at 41 years of age. I think she's on a 4-fight win streak. I mean, she beat Yana Santos, aka Foxy Grandpa, most recently. That was easy work, and then the split decision loss she had before that was to Ketlin Vieira, and I think most objective viewers thought that Holly definitely did enough to win that one, and she smoked Irina Aldana and Rocky Pennington before that, and those are like the two fringe top fighters at 135, and I almost think that Aldana and Rocky Pennington would give Mayra Buena Silva some difficulty. So if Holm is able to smoke them, math would suggest she smokes Buena Silva. But what are your thoughts on this one, Meat Boy? What do you think? Why do you think Holly is such an absolute meat lock, and how do you see her getting this one done against Buena Silva?
Yeah, she's the preacher's daughter and an absolute lock nonetheless. Holly Holm's a legend. Her last performance showed that she's still here and she's still top three, in the world. And I just don't see, Bueno Silva getting this done. I mean, she's on a 3-fight win streak, sure, but like not that impressive. Like Holly's just on a whole other caliber of a fighter in my opinion, and I could even see Holly getting a finish on this one. To be honest, just a big levels test, and Holly's looking extra jacked and juicy, so she's probably gonna throw some absolute meat bombs and some question mark kicks. Excited to see, but it'll be an easy win, easy lock nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little while since Holly Holm has been able to pick up a finish. I mean, I don't think she's gotten one since she was able to absolutely smoke Betch Cojeda, and that was many, many years back. And we know that Buena Silva, she only has the two losses on her record, and both of her losses have been by decision. So Holm hasn't had many recent finishes. Buena Silva has never been finished, but Holly Holm is someone we know who is very comfortable fighting in 25-minute fights. She's done so throughout the later portion of her career. I mean, she's usually only in main events or title fights. So, do you anticipate if somehow this fight reaches the championship rounds? Do you see Buena Silva starting to fade a little bit because she is a powerful puncher? She's a woman that puts a lot of oomph into her shots and basically everything she does. So, do you see a world? Because if you're picking home by finish for this meatlock, would it be later or earlier for Holly Holm?
If I do pick it up, I think it's gonna be later, mid to end of the fight, because yeah, like you said, she's a 5-rounder veteran, while Silva is, about to get slipper end.
Yeah, I can see it for sure, and perhaps the gas tank starts to wane at the end, and maybe Holly Holm can land some powerful shots, and you're going to be getting some crazy odds for that. I mean, I imagine the KO TKO will be somewhere around plus 500, maybe even prettier than that, just because Holly hasn't gotten many recent finishes, and the submission prop will probably be something like plus 2,000, and Holly's never gotten a sub, but you never know when these women, when these girls get tired, anything can happen. Submissions are always on the table. So I'm with you, Meat Boy. Obviously, we're rolling Holly home for this meat lock, and as a result, we're throwing down an easy 175. It's going to net 100, get us that 78th meat lock, get us back on track, keep us well within the green, and we think Shitara just happens to be getting slept by the preacher's daughter in this one. So, any last thoughts on this one, Meat Boy?
No, this is a fun fight. Absolutely, nonetheless. Probably one of my top 5 main event, cards. So, Throw in the comments. Are you riding with the Meat Boys? Is this your favorite fight card of all time, like mine, or what's yours favorite?